A warm welcome to our next AgriRouter Connect live stream. So we are broadcasting twice a month, and I would like to say hello to all farmers, dear contractors, agricultural machinery manufacturers, and to all of you smart farming fans. So we will show you the future of agricultural digitalization, and our specific topic of today will be data management of baling. It's my pleasure to introduce to you our guests of today. So first of all, I want to say welcome to Stefan Niehoff from the machine manufacturer KRONE. You are responsible for marketing of digital products in the company. Further, I would love to say hello to Johannes Sonnen, product manager of the DKE Data. And last but not least, welcome to Dacom account manager Harmen Wollerich. Once again, thanks for being our guests. And by the way, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them in our non-republic chat. The questions just can be seen from our colleagues behind the scenes, and of course they will do their very best to answer directly. For sure, everyone is getting a reply, if not now, then later. And as you can see here, just click the button down on the right-hand side. What could you expect from today's show? For the next 45 minutes, we would love to entertain you. We would love to show you how to connect the machine to the AgriRouter. Outside the studio, we will have a machine prepared, and we will give you a lot of good tips to make your everyday life easier. Further, I want to invite you on the screens to join our contest. You can win 3 of those wonderful machine models from KRONE right behind me, as you can see. Just register yourself for our smart farming newsletter. Just scan the QR code with your mobile phone and you will enter the contest automatically. If you sign today, by the way, it's Thursday, you will be in the game automatically. And you will see the QR code later on again. Our Smart Farming newsletter is published once a month. Don't miss our interesting information all around smart farming and, of course, news from the AgriRouter. Now to Johannes and the DKE Data. So your company, Better, was founded in July 2016. You're located in Osnabrück. Please, first of all, introduce yourself and could you tell us more about your company, DKE Data?
Yes, DKE Data is the company behind the AgriRouter. So we are a neutral company located, as you mentioned, in Osnabrück. And behind DKE Data, there are a lot of machine manufacturers. We started in 2014 with concept phase. In the past, we were 10 machine manufacturers, and actually we are 27 brands you see here on the screen. Mm-hmm. And these 27 brands of machinery manufacturers say we need something to exchange data between our machines and different software products the farmer has in use. So farmers uses different software products, especially also regional based. The software products are different they use. And the AgriRouter in the middle helps to connect between different software products and the machinery side. And this machinery manufacturers say, we want to be open, we want to be an open initiative, so each new interested machine manufacturer can join on a non-discriminatory basis. That means not of the other ones can say, oh, the new one, we don't like you, you are not welcome. And I can say you, this year, some more machinery manufacturers will join this bigger group. The group will grow, but I cannot tell the names today, but it's a little bit surprise in
okay.
Maybe in November time. We will see.
Okay, we will see. So basically, what's your goal?
Yeah, the big goal is that we want to be able or enable the farmer to exchange data along his whole value chain. So the farmer is a businessman. He needs to earn money. So we see here the value chain from the inputs of seed, fertilizer and crop protection material until he sell his crops to the food processing or to the dealers in between. And he needs to have data exchange all of these process elements, and that should be symbolized here with the data exchange highway we see here on the screen. This is the big goal, that we want to enable the farmer to exchange data along the whole value chain. And we say every partner, so every company who is involved in this agriculture value chain can become a partner of DKA, as we have now KRONE Dacom here in the boat today. And all of the software and hardware providers can integrate the agrirouter interface that the farmer can connect this software or hardware to his agrirouter account to make data exchange possible.
Okay, and in this context, what is the agrirouter doing actually?
Yeah, the agrirouter is a central data exchange platform. So we see here on the slide we have different participants around the agrirouter. So we have the machinery side. They started this initiative. The app providers I just mentioned can integrate, but also other input companies, other people, contractor, dealer. And this central element helps the farmer to interact in between via data exchange. So he can bring the possibilities that the machines, for example, exchange data to the advisor and vice versa. So he's very flexible, but this is a central element. It's a web-based software. You can log in via your browser. We see that later. So this is a very central element.
Some of the viewers may ask themselves if it is possible to use the agrirouter internationally. What would you answer?
Yeah, that is very easy to answer, because all of machinery manufacturers we have in our boat today sell machines over 80% to the export rate, and therefore machines go worldwide to farmers, and therefore agrirouter is possible to use worldwide when the country don't block this agrirouter. So we say it's not geo-blocked. So, but I never heard from a country that blocked the agrirouter. And we have it available in German, English, French, and Russian, the user interface. And we will add in the near future the language Italian, as the Italian government actually makes subsidies for smart farming equipment, and therefore farmers asked to use agrirouter also in Italian, and therefore we added the language Italian.
Okay, it makes sense. One more question. How can farmers connect their machine without having any telemetry connection?
Yeah, so when a farmer starts to create an agrirouter account, he don't buy new machines. Maybe buy a new machine he is thinking about to buy in the future. He thinks and say, okay, this machine should have agrirouter connection ex-factory. But to connect the machines he has on his farm, or maybe he has also machines from machine manufacturers that are not in our initiative, therefore he can use so-called retrofit telemetric connections. And I have one example here on my desk. I can show it. So this is one of the hardware products. Yeah, this hardware product is it's only an example, and this hardware product has a connection to the so-called isobus. This is the connection between tractor and the implements, and this is an isobus in-cab connector that can be connected. You can compare that with the ODB interface in our cars we all have, and if the machine don't have such an isobus in-cab connector, it's also possible to use here a USB cable to connect it directly, and then the terminal thinks, there is a USB stick sticking in, and I can export and import data I get from the agrirouter. So that is very flexible to connect existing machines to my agrirouter. I can take that hardware to another machine and use it very flexible.
Actually, where do farmers see which telemetry units exist, and what kind of software products can be used?
Yeah, therefore I'll go to the screen we have here on the right side, and on this screen our website is actually opened. We can have it in the languages German, English, and French and Russian. That's the same. We have the agrirouter user interface, and regarding your settings of your browser, the website is opened in the correct language. But you can also change the language by yourself. But we want to show here the marketplace, where the farmer can see a category for agriculture software and a category for telemetric connections. We open now the telemetric connections, and then the farmer has one central place where you can see all the available certified agrirouter hardware communication units. So here's a list of some elements or some units the farmer can use. So for example, when we now make the connection outside on the tractor, I think we are in use with the CCI terminal. Here's a bigger one, otherwise it was the smaller one. So then you can click, for example, on the terminal. You say some detailed information. We can see some screenshots on the terminal, but this is what we see in the live presentation. On the other side, the same idea. We have the category software, and in the software category in the marketplace, all software products that are available to be connected to the agrirouter here can be shown. For example, we see here the software Dacom. This is our partner in our show today. And we see also what data formats the software can send and receive. So this one can send task data and receive task data in shape, send and receive. We have some information about the screenshots, but that is what Harman will show us in detail.
Yeah, we will see soon. But before, we will have a look on your slide you've prepared as well, and we want to share with our viewers and the audience. What do you mean with it?
Yeah, so this is a marketing slide, but I want to underline the sentence, your basis for the future. We say when a farmer starts in data management, he wants to, he set up his data management, then he needs something, a foundation element, and that is the agrirouter. This is the basis for your future. So when you start to build up your data management ecosystem like a house, you need a strong foundation, and then you build up the floors over time. You can start with a machine and the software, then maybe a new machine comes in or an additional software is in use. So you can grow with the agrirouter, and this is the reason why we say this is the basis for your future in data management.
For the moment, thank you very much, Johannes Sonnen. And dear audience, I hope for you at home it was informative and we gave you an insight what possibilities are available concerning digitization and, of course, cooperation with the agrirouter. At this point, we want to have a look to what kind of digital KRONE solutions exist in combination with the agrirouter, and therefore I would love to talk to Stefan Niehoff from KRONE. So once again, hello. KRONE is known in the market for being the full liner in forage harvesting, but on the other hand, you are also one of the founding companies concerning the agrirouter. How does it fit together?
Yes, at KRONE we are convinced that the farmers and contractors should always be able to use their data in the most beneficial way for them and their operation. Therefore, a couple of years ago, we decided that we have to step up our efforts. We got together with a group of other manufacturers, and together we founded the agrirouter.
Great, very good approach. Today we would like to focus on our round and square balers. Which KRONE balers can be connected to the agrirouter on the one hand, and on the other hand, what kind of data can be created and transmitted by these balers?
If we take a look at our current product portfolio, we can see that we can already connect up all these square balers. So all the KRONE Big Pack balers can be connected to the agrirouter. And in addition to that, we can also connect up a larger variety of round balers to the agrirouter. For example, our entire series of Comprima and Comprima Plus balers, just as well as our VariPack and VariPack Plus balers. And regarding the data of those machines, we are able to document how many bales have been made on each field or how many bales have been made per customer. And depending on the equipment of the baler, we are also able to document the weight as well as the moisture content of each bale individually.
And how can contractors use these kind of data?
Contractors, for example, can use these kinds of data to precisely pre-plan their work. So the people working in the disposition of the contractor, they directly get the information which field the baler has already been working on, which field the baler is currently working on, and they can, let's say, make an educated guess how long it will take the baler to finish up this field as well. So they can precisely pre-plan where the baler can go next, and they can tell the upcoming customer when the work can start on their field. In addition to that, also the trailers that will move away the balers, they also know how many bales have been made on which field. So they can precisely say, for example, that we have to send 3 trailers to this field and 2 trailers to this field. And so we can avoid detours and just maximize the efficiency of baling as a total service.
So this is going to be the view for the contractors. And how does it work for the farmers? What's the different view?
If you ask farmers what part of their job they are the most passionate about, why they actually came into farming, you will hear a lot of great stories, but you will basically never hear that they came into farming because they like sitting at the desk and filling out forms all day. And this is why we say we want to use the data from our machines, and by sending them via the agrirouter to a large amount of software providers, we are able to enable our customers to use their data for an automatic documentation. And by this, we can make sure that they don't need to spend that much time sitting on a desk, but they've got more time to take care of their crops in the field, look after their animals, or just spend some time with friends and family instead of sitting on a desk.
Sounds very good. What are the main ways of KRONE balers to exchange data via the agrirouter and a software like Dacom?
We've got two main ways to connect up our machines. The first way is to use our own telemetric unit, the so-called KRONE Smart Connect box. This is permanently mounted to a machine and enables our users also to use the function of my KRONE.Green, like KRONE Smart Telematics or eSolutions. On the other hand, our customers can also use the CCI terminals 800 and 1200 as endpoints for the agrirouter. Doing it this way offers the use case that you can use your terminal as an endpoint for the agrirouter with a KRONE baler today, and tomorrow with a fertilizer made by Rauch, and the next day with a seeder made by Lemken. So farmers can connect up all their isobus machines by using a single endpoint.
Okay, and now for you at home to see what we mean, we've prepared a short film for you. Just have a look, here we go. Interesting, isn't it? And now we want to demonstrate how easy it is to connect the agrirouter to a machine. And therefore, Stefan is moving outside of the studio soon. But first of all, we have to create an agrirouter account. And therefore, I would love to talk to Johannes Sonnen again. So, how is it working and is it difficult?
No, it's not difficult. As a farmer, I log in on the agrirouter website and I found here a symbol, an icon where I can click on, and I then can decide I have just an agrirouter account, then I can log in, or I want to create a new one, so I register. I go do that formula here, and we find the registration formula here, put in everything in. So I need my name, my last name, the email address, and the address at home. I can choose my communication language. I can type in a company name, and then I say I'm not a robot, and then I created an account, and after that I get a confirmation mail, and this confirmation mail I have to confirm my email address. We see that here on the screen. This is typical when we create today a new account for a web service. An agrirouter is a web service, and I want to underline that it's also possible that you as farmer, as owner of this account, I can delete this account when I say, oh, I don't like it anymore. We don't hope that, but I want to underline that it is possible to delete your account. So you are the man in control. He is the man in the middle who controls everything.
Soon we will have our live demonstration outside. But first of all, just shortly, tell me how to connect the machine and the software as well.
Yeah, we have two possibilities to connect machines. The first one I want to explain is here that the machine can be connected via a so-called manufacturer cloud platform. So we see that here on the screen. For example, the orange one here is the my Grimmer manufacturer cloud, and I've connected a sugar beet harvester and a pulled potato harvester. These machines are connected ex-factory, so when they leave the factory, then they are connected to that platform. And then as a farmer, I go to my agrirouter and say, okay, one of these machines, for example, I want to connect to my agrirouter and say, please connect. I put in my login credentials, so my username and my password, and then the machine is connected. This is the so-called indirect connection. The other connection we will show you with a terminal on the tractor that is standing outside is the direct connection. For the direct connection, we create inside my account a so-called registration code, and this registration code I take with me, put it in the terminal, and then the terminal is connected to my agrirouter. And on the other side, we have software products that can be connected very easily. Inside the software, we click on connect to agrirouter, and then the software is connected to the agrirouter.
Concerning software, we also have Harmen Wollerich from Dacom today with us. So now it's your turn to tell us more about your software.
Yeah, thank you for that. Well, it's quite easy to connect Dacom to agrirouter. You go into your Dacom account, and when you have the cloud form functionality, you go to the orange plus button, and you say, well, you can link to a number of companies, but you say, in this case, you link to agrirouter. A screen pops up, and you say authorize. Then you're routed to the agrirouter environment, and you say connect. Well, in this case, I already put in my credentials, so this is a little bit easier than otherwise. And here it says connection was established, and we have a successful connection. And I think it will pop up in the agrirouter environment.
Let's see, Johannes, did it work?
Yeah,
we will check.
See. So therefore, we log in our demonstration account here. I go to the login button. We see here the login screen, and I have to choose here my correct account. I have some more accounts as product manager, so I take the connect event. So this is our demonstration account we have today, and we see here first of all a control center where I can control all my endpoints. But before I go to the control center, I want to explain what is about account pairing. Account pairing is therefore that a farmer can work together on data exchange with his contractor, for example. So the contractor, maybe it's baling for the farmer and can send the agronomic data from the contractor account to the farmer. That's very easy. They can click here on it, type in the email address of the contractor, invite him to connect, then maybe the contractor accept that, and they have a linkage to each other. Then we have a learn box, so-called, or academy, we often say to it. It's self-learning material that the farmer can create, get some knowledge by himself. By reading that, you can reach this academy very easily. I show you the way. And then we have the remote maintenance button. This is when you have something problem, you can click on it and have the possibility to take a view in your agrirouter account with a machine manufacturer or software provider. And in the account management, we can change our email address. This is typically. So in the control center, those the most interesting one. We started with the agrirouter with a CCI terminal. This is here on front of my desk, and a machine, the Grimmer Matrix, that is under my desk. And Harmen showed that to connect the cloud platform from Dacom, and here it is. So, and this platform is automatically grouped to the software group, but this is something I explain later. But to give our colleague Stefan the chance to make a live demonstration with the machine, we created we want to connect a new telemetric connection, and therefore the button is here. I click on plus telemetric connection. So Stefan, I think we have in use a CCI terminal, so please choose that.
Yes, we will use the CCI 1200. So we click on that.
And then you get a registration code. And this 10-digit registration code, it's now, Stefan makes a photo of it and takes it outside to the machine and put it inside the machine.
Okay.
Okay, then now let's get some more endpoints.
See you later. And one more question from my side. You've mentioned it before. If farmers possibly are unsure with things, where do they inform themselves about the working method of the agrirouter?
Yeah. So we are now in the agrirouter, and it's very easy when we click here and we found a question mark. On some positions inside the agrirouter, you found question marks. And when you click on the question marks, you go automatically to so-called academy. And inside the academy, you found some some titles with information. So for example, we click here on the dashboard and then we get information how the dashboard works. I explain it in words, but you can read it here by your own. You can solve lessons. So this is a self-learning element you can use, and yeah, you can reach it via the agrirouter user interface, or you can reach it via our website through the support area. It's also here the academy.
Mm-hmm. Do farmers have to make several settings before they can start, or is it easy?
No, the first step we have already done. We have created an account, we have connected a software, and we have so-called two standard groups. One standard group for machines, one standard group for software products, and the software automatically goes to the software group. I can show you here on the agrirouter account also. And on the other side we have machines, and they are connected automatically or to the standard machine group. And the standard machine group and the standard software group are linked to each other. So that means when I create an account, step 1, step 2, I connect the software or vice versa, and then I connect a machine. So then everything is done and the data flow can be done. So I explained it here maybe on the agrirouter account again. So we go to the control center and we have here these two groups, the standard software group and the standard machine group. And in the standard software group we found here on members, Cloud Farm, it goes automatically to this software. And this software group can send something to the machine group and can receive something from the machine group. And by the machine group, vice versa, it can send to the software and receive. These are the linkage.
Which telemetry data is the agrirouter able to transfer?
Yeah, so the agrirouter can not only transport task data, that's often the meaning in the market, that is wrong. We also can transport telemetric data, and all machines of the 27 brands we actually have in total have more than 600 different telemetric elements. And we say no farmer can handle 600 different telemetric elements. Therefore, we group them here in these 12 groups we see. And for example, we have here sugar beet harvester, and this sugar beet harvester sends his general data and GPS position to recipient on the upper top, and the other data, for example, with fuel consumption, he say, I send it to another software provider because I work with a farmer, and the farmer wants to have the yield data and process data, but the fuel consumption should stay by me. So I can handle especially telemetric data on a more granular way. I often compare that the task data is more a parcel. I collected all the data on the field, and at the end of the field I send the data. With the telemetric data I can send the data in a rhythmic way, maybe every 30 seconds, but more on a letter size level. So a lot of letters, one parcels, and the telemetric data are more on letter size.
Do you have also like use cases to show how the agrirouter is working in the field?
Yes, we prepared a lot of use cases, and we are still in preparation more and more use cases. And if you are interested to view which use cases we have, then go to the website again and click here on agrirouter, and we find here a button that is called agrirouter in action. When you click on that, you find some customer videos. So we have here customer video fertilizer spreading, yeah? This is with a Rauch fertilizer. Then we have here potato harvesting. We have also here ears treatment with Amazon machines. And be happy, it comes more and more use cases here in the next weeks, months. So be surprised, some more use case videos. Take a look on it. You can look it on YouTube or on our website directly.
What about support? Who helps if something doesn't work sometimes?
Normally it works. But if it not works, you have the possibility to click here in the support area. And first of all, you can take a look on the system status. So you can take a look, is everything running or is something broken? Actually, everything is running. So also the last 30 days in the past. And you can make a subscription when you don't want to have a look on this website every day. Yeah, you can put in your email address and then you can subscribe to this information. But if that is not okay, you can write an email to our support team. We have a support team in the languages German, English and French located in Osnabrück. And then when you type in here your information, they get a ticket on your desk and they find a solution and then you get the answer. Otherwise, what is also important, what I just mentioned is in the agrirouter himself, we have here the remote maintenance. So we have the possibility that the machine manufacturer or the software provider, the service guy can take a look with you together in your agrirouter account and help you when you maybe do something wrong.
Okay, and lastly, we want to have a look into the future. What do you think? How will the agrirouter further develop?
Yeah, actually, the DKI, this big goal, what we just mentioned in the beginning of this session, was that we want to enable the farmer to exchange data along the whole value chain. But more precisely, it's better to say we want to have a very compatibly data logistic along the whole value chain. So data transportation is one element of that, but we also need to have 3 more elements, and this is our future. So the first element is data correction. Sometimes the machines have wrong software on it. We cannot make a software over the air as we have it in Tesla. So this is not the case today in the agriculture machinery, maybe in the future. But then we have the possibility to correct the data during the transportation. And the second one is data conversion. Yeah, we have different standards. agrirouter only transports standards, but the software providers understands different standards. And then maybe we make a conversion from standard A to standard B. And last but not least, we think also about data preparation, because not all software providers can understand this standard, what I just mentioned. They asked for, can you prepare the data in a little bit easier readable form? And this is data preparation. This is on our to-do list, and we say data transportation plus data conversion plus data correction plus data preparation. This is data logistic.
Johannes, thank you very much for the moment, for your detailed explanation. And as I can hear, we are now going to connect to Stefan outside, because he is sitting inside the tractor cabin and would like to show you how easy it is to connect the agrirouter with a machine. Let's have a look.
Yes, I'm now talking to you from inside the tractor cabin. We already connected our Comprima baler wrapper combination as well as our terminal CCI 1200. And now we want to connect this terminal to our agrirouter account. Therefore, we just have to click on System, get to the point agrirouter, and then all we have to do is enter the registration code. And as you could see, I've been taking pictures so that I don't have to remember it. So I just have to type in the 10 digits now. So some of these, a little bit of that, and in the end, 1. And now, as you can see, registration has been successful. That's all you got to do. That's how easy it is. So as you can see, we've got the green hook. It tells us, yeah, everything is going fine. And if we now leave this menu, get to our start screen and start up the app CCI Control, you can see that we already have a finished task on hand here. Let's click on that and let's make it a little bit bigger here. And now, if I'm inside the task, I click on this burger button, click on export, and now I can decide, do I want to export my data the old-fashioned way via a flash drive or the state-of-the-art way using the agrirouter? Of course, we will take this. And now it shows me all the endpoints I can send this data to. As we've just seen, we've connected our Dacom software, so I now click on that and tell the terminal, please send this data to the Dacom software. And as you can see, send to agrirouter. This data is now on the way to the software and back to you in the studio.
Stefan, thank you very much for the great live demonstration. As you have seen, it is very easy also in practicing. And Stefan, we will see you soon back in the studio. And my question to Johannes is now, are we able to see the machine in our agrirouter account right now?
Yeah, I hope so.
Let's have a look.
Yeah. Not I hope, I know. So we see first some more endpoints. to keep you up in the past, we started with the CCI terminal on my desk. We started with the Comprima machine under my desk. We added Dacom cloud platform, and you see here the date and the time. And now we have the CCI terminal additional in the account. This is what the terminal where Stefan put in the registration code. And this CCI terminal also transmits the information to the agrirouter, the so-called device description. And that is included, yes, on this isobus, a Fendt tractor is connected. That is where Stefan sits on. Then we have a KRONE Comprima. So this is correctly, everything is fine. The CCI terminal goes automatically to our machine group and can send data to the software group. And yeah, that's all. Everything worked fine.
Thank you for the moment, Johannes. And now it's your turn. For those who came later, you still have the opportunity to ask questions in our non-Republic chat. Soon or later, we will reply or better say, every single question for sure. And once again, I want to invite you to join our contest. You can win 3 wonderful machine models from KRONE. Just register yourself for our smart farming newsletter. As you can see, very easy. For that, just scan the QR code with your mobile phone and you will enter the contest automatically. Best of luck. Well, and as we told you, we want to show you how to connect the agrirouter with the software. And therefore, I would love to talk to Harmen Wollerich, arrived from the Netherlands. So good to have you here. Welcome, Harmen. You're belonging to the sales team of Dacom. So first of all, who is Dacom? Tell me.
Dacom is a Dutch-based company founded 34 years ago by an arable farmer, Mr. Jan Hadders. Now the second generation, his daughter is our CEO. And 34 years ago, he saw the potential of how data could support and improve the everyday decision-making done by farmers. Fast forward to 2021, this vision is still applicable. And as you can see on the slide, together with 29 other colleagues, we form Dacom. We are active all over the world, and our main focuses are farmers, food processing companies, and in some parts of the world also governments.
And you've created Cloud Farm as well. So actually, what's the difference between Cloud Farm and other services?
The thing that differentiates Cloud Farm from other providers is that it's a brand-independent service which enables the connection of precision agriculture to other vital field data within our farm management software. So you can view, for example, elevation maps and satellite images of all your fields. Based on that, you can explain differences in soil and crop. You can are able to create prescription maps. We will show some examples later. And all this to work efficiently and more accurately by doing that based automatically instead of manually.
Sounds good. Johannes presented the agrirouter before. Why did you join?
Well, for us, it enables us to connect in a uniform way with a large number. Well, Johannes showed 27 brands and a large number of machine manufacturers. This is for us a natural fit with our long-term strategy to remain the go-to company for brand-independent farm management solutions. So that if you look back at our founding father, his vision, we enable farmers to make better informed decisions day in, day out.
Very good idea. And now we want to have a look how it works in practice. What could you show us directly in the software? Let's have a look.
Yeah. So what we do is we have received a data set from the baler outside, and for example, you can look at the crop moisture. I zoom out a bit, and what we see here is we see red spots and blue spots indicating the soil moisture. The red spots, the soil moisture is higher than on the blue spots. So that this farmer knows, okay, the bale's coming from that location, the red location, I have to pay close attention to that. That's one example. One of the beautiful things is that we can cross-use this information. So when I go to record, you will see, because we have the connection, automatic connection, we have made a draft recording for this field. You can see here the field, and also what was done baling and the number of bales. And this information is coming directly out of the agrirouter data set.
So what else can you do with it?
Well, then one other example, as I showed in the slides, we can make prescription maps with this. And well, let us make a prescription map for another field. I have created already a field in our platform. I go to planning. I say, okay, which date do I want to do that? For which field? That's important. And then it's important to select a machine. So this is the data connection through agrirouter where the information is going to. Then we do the method, saying, okay, we want to sow. We have to select a material because it's also automatically recorded. I say a quantity. And then I go to prescription map. We have different formats which we can select, and I select elevation map. And keep in mind, this is an example, so in practice this will look a little bit different. You can see here the higher spots and the low spots. I have different options for dosage distribution. I can do 5% ascending, 5% descending. I can choose manually, so I have different options to do, but I choose this one now. So when I am happy with this, I can send it by saving this planning. So let's do that. And now it says it has sent the information, and this information, it takes a bit of time when it's done. And then at my neighbor, a beep will appear.
So now we want to have a look. How does it work at the terminal, Johannes? Tell us.
Yeah, before I go to the terminal, I show you inside the agrirouter. So we heard a beep tone, so the terminal receives the data. But let's take a look inside the agrirouter. When maybe you have a problem or something is not working, then you can go here to details and see here in our detailed information when the terminal has the last message received, picked it out. We can actualize that here. And then the terminal has the data. And that is the wrong one. Oh, we have to take that one, the tractor terminal. So the tractor terminal is this one. And we see here it picked out the last message just in this time here. And I can show you now on the terminal, we have here also an agrirouter connection. And when I close this menu, we see here an information that the agrirouter task is available. We can import it. We say, okay, I go to the burger button and say I want to import data. And now I choose the newest one. And this newest one I can import now to my terminal. So the agrirouter has done his job. This terminal takes every 30 seconds a look inside the agrirouter and say, is there a new data for me? And every 30 seconds it picks it out. Now the data is imported by the terminal. Agrirouter has done his job. So these are the steps the farmer has to do. So the task is now imported and we can start it. So we just start the play button, and now the terminal runs this cast. And when the map is running, then I can enlarge the map and can show you here. This is the map what Harman just showed on his screen seconds before.
Thanks for the great live demonstration, and of course to all my studio guests of today. Thank you very much. And dear audience, we are almost at the end of our program, and I am very excited what the future of digitalization will bring us. And by the way, don't miss to register yourself for our newsletter. You've got the great chance to win 3 machine models of KRONE. We will let you know by email if you have been the lucky one, so our fingers are crossed. Our agrirouter Connect live stream will be broadcasted every month. The next one is coming up on the 18th of May, so don't miss it. Agrirouter meets Lemken will be our topic. Just remember, every 3rd Tuesday of the month in German, and additionally also the next following Thursday in English, as you can see here on our charts. All episodes are available on our AgriRouter website and, of course, also on our YouTube channel. The AgriRouter event from Tuesday, Data Management Forage Harvesting, is also available with English subtitles. Please find the corresponding address below. Thank you very much for your interest. We hope you got a lot of useful information. See you next time. Join us next time, and thanks for being with us. All the best, and have a successful season, and see you soon. Goodbye.